Leaks. The White House has been plagued with leaks. The real problem is that there are people in Trump's staff that are really worried about the country, so they're leaking. Fundamentally, that is the problem. And yes, Trump has no reputation for hiring good people, so maybe part of the problem is he doesn't have the best people working for him. But Kellyanne Conway is thinking about this as treat the symptom and not the disease. The advisor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, said that the Justice Department might consider using lie detectors on Trump's own staff to figure out who is doing the leaking. Here she is on Fox and Friends, certainly on Fox News, talking about it.
Calling every person and go ahead and run a lie detector on them. Why don't they do that?
Well, they may. And they may not. There are many different ways to discover who's leaking. The West Wing is a small place. Each of these agencies is relatively small. I think it's easier to figure out who's leaking than the leakers may realize. But on this matter, I want there to be bipartisan outrage.
This is just fascinating on multiple levels. One is that you would even consider subjecting your own staff to lie detector tests as a necessity to stop leaks. Second, lie detectors are incredibly inaccurate. If you trust a polygraph, you should check out the former police officer, Doug Williams, who has talked about how dangerous polygraph tests are. They're very accurate in measuring sort of like general stress levels, but you can't really measure complex cognitive activity like lying through what's basically a stress measurement. Anyway, this is not a segment about lie detectors per se, but the reality is that statistically, realistically, there are probably many leakers because the number and the broad scope of the leaks suggest this is not a small problem. The recent transcript leaks, for example, it's very likely that those transcripts went through with the conversations with the Mexican and Australian leaders. They probably went through multiple channels before ultimately getting to the media, and it would be relatively tricky to find the leakers through lie detector tests. And another issue is, I don't understand why everyone in the administration is so worried about leaks, because Trump is causing a lot of his problems by his tweets and the things he says in national news interviews. Most of the Russia problem would not even exist were it not for the constant leaks and things that for the constant tweets and things Trump says during interviews.
And many times they'll just confirm whatever the leaks alleged of them, right? So it doesn't even really matter in the end because they don't try to contest it.
That's right.
And it's pretty telling too how, these White House staff members, they go into the job all MAGA, all like ready to go. They're, fully in support of the president and loyal to him.
It's going to be historic.
And then they get discouraged and realize that things aren't going so swimmingly. So they're turning on their own people.
The only good thing about that is that means there's at least some people working for Trump who are not so ideologically committed to the Trump agenda and the Trump cult of personality that they can't realize how bad it's getting. And then there's also the distraction element, right? Which is that they can never address the real issues. So instead, they attack the leaking. It could leak that Trump said, let's start killing puppies. I don't know. And you'd hear leaks are bad. They're bad, folks. This is America. Snowden running around. Hillary wanted to give him a medal. Democrats are bad, folks. In Korea, they eat dogs. Obama was a sissy cat guy. He didn't even like dogs. He was all about cats. I've directed Jeff Sessions to investigate the leaks. We're talking about felonies here. No matter what leaks, they will focus on the fact that a leak took place.
Of course, the leaking in principle is what's bad, according to Donald Trump, when it's something against him. But when it's something against his opponents, like Hillary Clinton, then the content in the leaks matters.
Many discussions about this happening on our Reddit discussion forum. I invite you to visit us there at davidpakman.com/Reddit. Today's program is made possible by Tagadab, the hosting specialists, offering a range of flexible hosting packages, including dedicated, VPS, and cloud server options, as well as custom server solutions and UK-based co-location services for your business or project. Tagadab's web hosting services support a wide range of customers and businesses worldwide, including bloggers, tech startups, financial traders, gamers, web developers, and more. And Tagadab has a really user-friendly interface, so you don't have to worry about being super tech savvy. They can automate almost everything you need for total ease of use. They are really proud of their team of expert hosting specialists who are also their support team. 70% of their business comes from repeat orders and recommendations. With a growing number of people interested in moving their businesses and projects to the cloud, Tagadab is currently offering our viewers and listeners a 20 British pound free credit, about $24 US, to all customers signing up. to give you a chance to try the service. This is a limited availability offer, first come, first served, for viewers and listeners of the David Pakman Show. To take advantage of it, go to signup.tagadab.com/TDPS and use the offer code TDPS20, all one word, all lowercase, during account registration.